Gerry, hello, how are you doing?
Matthew, it's good to see you. Good to see you this week too. I've actually saw you for the first time in person.
Well,
OMG.
yeah, absolutely. It's been very, very nice to be back in Ireland, that is for sure. Now, obviously, it's Christmas. Christmas is coming up. And before we talk about the ICO and all the Christmas things that we've got going, I know 2020 has been it's been a difficult year, we have to admit. It's been a difficult year for a lot of people. But the ICO has gone into this kind of creative overdrive, and we've done so much amazing work. Now, obviously, your favourite part is going to be my interviews, obviously. But I am going to put you on the spot and ask you, what's your highlight of the year from all our output over the last 12 months?
My highlight of the year, Matthew, was the way so many people just turned around everything they kind of did normally and got on to create this whole new world, and I think reasonably successfully. It was such a shocking blow not to be able to play to people, but we just got online and we got on with it, you know? And I guess out of all the things we've done, well, there's two things. I suppose Create Online, I really loved. I loved the whole genesis of it. We became like little short filmmakers. And I think it's captured the imagination, as is evidenced by the amount of people that watched it. I like the fact that we, for the first time for us anyway, put concerts behind a paywall, and it was successful, you know, because I think it was important to move from where everything was free. And I think there has to be a value on art, and we're trying to pay people as well. So I think that was an important step, and it was quite successful. So I'm really pleased with that. So they were the two highlights. And all joking aside and all flattery aside, I think Your Serious has been an extraordinary insight into all the various members of our great organization, from players to soloists to staff, you know, and I just think that's, yeah. And it's really interesting. I think it's a world we've created, and it's a world we have to go on with now, because I think it's become like a vital part of us.
Mm-hmm. We've got our online Christmas shop up and running, and I've had a look at it. It's some really great things there. What I wanted to ask, where does the money go from all the stuff that we sell, all the money that we raise?
From the shop?
Yeah.
Straight into education. Straight into education.
Right. Yeah.
It's funny, you know, I left the office quite late tonight, and there was the ICO Youth Orchestra were playing, and Dominic had created a beautifully lit scenario, and they were playing the gorgeous tune from Home Alone. Name escapes me anyway. It's really gorgeous, and it was really amazing. I went in to see them because I haven't seen them since, gosh, it would have been last Christmas, because, you know, term had only started and we hadn't got into this, like the teachers were teaching, but like, you know, none of the staff from ICO had gone into the schools. So it was just fascinating. I hadn't seen these kids in nearly a year. And they were still in great form, and they're still working together, you know? And so it was great. So that's where the money goes. We're really proud of that. I mean, Sing Out With Strings is this great kind of behemoth now that teaches over 300 kids for free, with free instruments and everything else. And it's just wonderful. A lot of the squad tonight that I saw are people that have gone through the whole system, and they still love music and they still turn up. And I just think that's what it was all about initially.
And this week we've got Zet Meyer coming along to conduct the orchestra, the great violinist, conductor, starting to work with the orchestra a little bit more regularly. Can you tell us a little bit about what he's going to be conducting, what the orchestra are going to be playing, and also how can people listen to this?
Well, can I just go back a teeny bit on that? Because you mentioned earlier about how challenging the year was, and it was so challenging that in December, the last guest director was our own artistic director, Jürgen Wittmann, last February. So it took till December. So this is really great. And Thomas is just this wonderful, wonderful musician. He's a fantastic violinist. He's going to become an artistic partner with us, which is a real privilege for us. He will eventually be a principal conductor with us, so it's just very exciting. And his program this next week is the two wonderful Bach violin concerti. Great piece by Raymond Dean, an Irish composer. I think that's one of the things I'm kind of pleased with right through from September. We've managed to include a contemporary Irish work in every program which we've recorded on broadcast. And finishing with the Beethoven String Quartet Opus 95 for string orchestra. So really, really, really looking forward to that. So we'll do that in UCH next Thursday, University Concert Hall. We'll take it and we'll put it together and we'll put it out on a paywall from the 17th of December. So
lovely.
Hopefully all our regulars will buy their tickets. It's very cheap, folks. It's only €10. And you can get, that's up for a week. So that's been a bit of a success story, those broadcasts, you know.
It's a
great
way
to finish.
Yeah, it's a great way for people to be able to keep in touch with the orchestra and hear the orchestra play, you know, from in their own houses. Really, it's fantastic. So just before you go, like I say, 2020. And
it's horribilis, darling.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be really glad to see the back of this year. But God, what are you looking forward to about 2021?
I'm just looking forward to seeing our orchestra, as in our family, back together. We got a bit of it this week with yourself and Dan and Wafi, and oh my God, it was just so lovely to see you walk through the door. And a lot of the strings now are coming over for Thomas, so we'll see Nikki and Anna and Emily and Andre was here this week, of course, Andre. So yeah, so that's what I really hope, is that travel will re-establish itself a bit. I think there'll still be challenges early in the year. You know, I think there's a bit to go on this, Matthew. You know, it's not going to just go away very quickly, but hopefully we'll make some progress. Like with the family back together, it would be lovely to see Jörg back. I mean, I know he really misses us, and yeah, just to get playing again. And most importantly, for all of you and for us, to get back to real audiences, you know, to live audiences. I meet quite a few people sort of out and about in Limerick, just walking around, because all you do now is walk. And they just say, wow, really miss the concerts. So that's kind of gratifying. So that's the goal, get back to some sense of, back to what we do best, you know, and back to minding each other.
Fantastic. Gerry, thank you ever so much for taking the time. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you soon.
It's great, Matthew. So, Nolle Conna Akara, so that means Happy Christmas, my friend. And see you soon.
Yeah, well. Merry Christmas to you, Gerry. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
You too. Ciao. Ciao.